Hey guys, Westy on the mic here.
All right, welcome to a fun one today. I matched up against Aaron Christensen, and both of us are recording our rounds pretty often, and we've kind of been waiting for one where we thought would be fun to share from both points of view. So I know he has this on his channel as well, so go over and you can click the link that I shared here. Go watch his video. I think it could be fun to see both of our thoughts and points of view and see the different lines that we take. So funnily enough, this line, this kind of shortcut line on Ikigai Springs 1 is one that I learned from Aaron. So very cool. Yep, looks like he's taken the same line. And I talked to him a little bit afterwards here. The follow flight that I can see on his desk, because I made this eagle, was very excited to do that with his line. It was kind of fun. You can see the follow flight here. It looks like he rolled way out in there, but I think he landed in a pretty similar spot to me, maybe a little bit further back. And we'll see his follow flight come through and just short. So he misses his eagle there. Um, Stole a stroke using his own line. Felt a little bit bad, but not too bad. So kind of fun. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy the rest of this, just kind of seeing the lines we both take. All right, Ikigai Spring 7. I feel like this is a hole I get the most in these matches that I post. I just seem to be kind of getting it all the time. Land in a pretty good spot here, even got a slightly favorable kick to the right. It gives me a little more room to play with the angle. Looks like Aaron is more to the right, so he's a little bit wider, more chance. So here, I think I'm in a pretty good spot. Get a very unfortunate and strong bounce off here. I was not expecting that. And this puts me in a spot where really I need a good shot for my par. And it's a little more pressure knowing that he's going to have an even better chance of getting his birdie because he was a little bit closer there. So anyway, made it up here without any issues, and we'll limit the damage to only one stroke. And he and I will be tied again coming into hole 3. So yeah, looks like he went much straighter on his second shot. So I don't know if he used turn glide. I just kind of went right at that. Whereas I like to arc that out a little bit. I just didn't expect that bounce and the wind together to carry me quite that much. So I normally go light glide drive on this hole, but with this wind, I was like, well, I'll just avoid getting stuck behind that rock. I'll go turn glide drive. It's not usually an issue, but if I get a little bit further left of where I am and a little bit shorter, sometimes you can kind of get stuck with an awkward angle, and that's the thing I was trying to avoid. So was able to do that without issues here, and we're sliding up for an easy birdie. Nothing to complain about on this hole. And watching Aaron's flight tracker, yep, he's coming in for kind of the same thing. Should have just a putt in for his birdie, and we're still locked up through 3. So I didn't pay that much attention to the holes and the courses that we had coming up. I know we have Crow's Nest to end, so we'll see what happens there. Here's the Anthony Barella hole, the Beast 16. And unless you kind of get out of place here, hitting this island is fairly straightforward from about 300. I mean, if the wind was pushing me, I could almost go with my roll musket, and I might. But since it's a headwind, I decided to disc up. Feels very fitting to use the PD here, especially against Aaron. We'll see if he's probably too close for his PD. I'm guessing he's in Explorer, roll musket range, or whatever fairways he's using these days. Um, but yeah, I think he has a PD back in the bag, so makes it more fun. Oh yeah, kind of a steeper angle there, but oh yeah, this is Instinct. He has the Jake Forstall um, stamped Instinct, and that's a good one there. And yeah, he's in no issues. So two different approaches in, same result. Here we go. I'm just going to use my accurate roll musket. I'm thinking he's going to take a skip shot at it like I know he often does. And we'll see if he can give us a highlight. Nope, he goes long. Man, it's hard to imagine that angle cutting in enough, but I'm guessing he's made it before or he probably wouldn't be trying it. We'll see now if that tall stump is impacting him or if it's not going to cause much of an issue. With the time he's taking, I'm thinking he probably has to aim around it a little bit, but we'll see. All right, yeah, looks like he might have had to bend it around, but yeah, good make from him to save the birdie, and we're still locked up here. All right, the Beast 11. Pretty good hole, one of my favorite par threes in the game. We'll see if I can nail this line. I kind of aim for the middle of that fairway and hope it turns just a little bit. And this was an absolutely perfect result. Oh man, he really hung his out wide. Oh man, I can't tell. Hopefully he made it back in bounds. I honestly had no idea when I was, watching it live if he was in bounds there or not. We'll see what he does on his approach. See how far back he is. All right, he did make it up there. Yeah, wow, must have had quite the shot in. The follow flights really lied to us on that one. Looks like he missed twice, but looks like he had two clutch shots and got his birdie to stay tied. All right, Crow's Nest 3. It's kind of an interesting wind here. I thought the wind would push me, but the little bit of a headwind part of it kind of held it up. And here I was holding my breath like, please stay, please stay. And it did. So now it's kind of in a weird spot, but I'm all good. Watching his disc fly in here. He's much safer on this hole than I was. And yeah, no harm, no foul in for the Eagle. And he is as well. All right, coming up to hole 8. We'll see what we have next. And it is hole 5. So I have a pretty rock solid line with the Accurate Roll Musket, lining the middle chevron up with kind of a green tree there, a lighter green tree. The one time, or the one thing that kind of messes me up on this hole is when it's a 3 wind and I try to overcompensate for the wind and don't do my normal play. I should probably just do my normal play and let it fall as lies. Instead, I disc up, I go to the PD, and I end up with a tricky distance and a tricky wind for the throw in. Still almost had it there, left it just an inch short. And yeah, that gives us one stroke of difference heading into hole 9, which is Crow's Nest 9. So I want to get up there. My goal is to be about 180 feet out. That's kind of my normal landing spot. And yeah, this turned much more than I thought. Now I'm just hoping it gets in. It is in. And so now I'm closer than I expect. I'm only 164 out. And I kind of have a tricky lie here with these cliffs. I can't quite get it to the right spot and still be able to see it. And I haven't been here quite enough to just have the distance nailed. So there's some holes where you know you're not going to be able to see well, and you kind of just have the arrows lined up, or you just leave it at default aim and you go with that. Here I decided to do the best I could. I had a hard time picking my aim point. Really didn't want to hit this cliff. And also sorry to Aaron for making him wait so long. Just wanted to give this the best chance I could. And we'll see if I can bring her home. Unfortunately, left her a little bit short, and I'm going to fall a little bit short in this one too. Very fun matching up against Aaron. Always a good battle, and yeah, fun one. He gets the flowers this time around, so congrats to him. Let's check. All right, let's do a bag check on Aaron here. Always one of the more fun bags to check. He's got the matching Roll Rive and Roll Sapphire and that cool green stamp. Love those. That's fun. Oh, sweet. He's got the PD back in. I thought he did. Props to him for that. He's got the Turn Glide Hoppy Rive. That's fun. And he has 2 more sapphires there. He's one of the few that bags 3 sapphires. And he also bags the PD, so definitely unique in that sense. You know he loves the Vandal. And then he has that Jake Forstall Accurate Roll Instinct. Very cool there. And then he goes with the Svea, one of the few top players I know that bags the Svea. He has the Accurate Glide Warship, like myself, and then he goes Glow Pure and Glow Harp in his putter pouches. So thanks for watching. Go check out his video as well if you haven't already. Thanks.